welcome you to Rensselaer and the program. Many of our students and a few of our faculty and staff have planned some very special activities for you. I hope you're as excited to be here at Rensselaer as we are to have you. I want to thank each of the children and their parents for taking the time from your busy schedules to come here and be here today to learn about engineering and what engineers do. We hope that by the end of the day, you will know exactly what an engineer does, and will share what you learned with your parents. I'd like to ask, with a show of hands, how many parents here are engineers? Do we have any engineers with us? Oh, all right. Outstanding. How many of those who raised their hands are women? Can we have the hands back up who are women engineers? Okay. So you can see by the raise of hands that there are very few women involved in this field. So part of our lesson today, we're going to have in the afternoon a few more young ladies, and our hope is that we'll get as many young ladies as men interested in the field of engineering, because this is really a field for all of us. Everybody can do engineering. For a minute, I'd like to bring the parents' attention to the take-home bags. And I don't know how many of you have gone through those, but inside these bags, we've given you a list of websites that provide activities that you can do at home with your children. We also have a flyer about events in science, technology, engineering, and math, which you'll hear a lot referred to as STEM. Science, technology, engineering, math. The acronym is STEM. And we would like you to take a look at that flyer and see what is available in the community that you can take your children to. There's also activity sheets in there that you can complete with your children. And there's also a brochure about summer programs. And we do have a student here who's representing our summer program, so if you have any questions for her, please feel free to ask, but that brochure also explains. So if you're interested in summer camps, we've got them, and we hope that you'll take advantage of those. There is also something very special in the bag, but I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to let Dr. Karlichek talk to the parents about that. And he'll speak to you later and give you some info about it. In a moment, I'm going to turn the podium over to Andy, who's going to get us started. But before I do, I have a few housekeeping tasks. I'm sure that a lot of you have cell phones with you today. If we could ask you to turn those cell phones to vibrate so that they're not ringing throughout the program, we would really appreciate that. Also, parents, you should have received a schedule, and so I just want to go over this to make sure everybody feels comfortable with what's going on today. You will see that there are 9 groups, and each of your children has been assigned to one of these 9 groups. We filled the program this year. 450 children signed up to attend this program today. 225 this morning and another 225 this afternoon. Now what we've done is we have 2 RPI students who will escort each of these 9 groups throughout the day, so your children will never ever be left alone, okay? We have lists of all of the students' names, and we've crossed off the names of the children who registered but didn't attend so that we know who's actually here and where they are, okay? On the back of this is the schedule for the parents. So what's going to happen is we're all here together for a short introduction. The children will go off in their groups, and then the parents will stay here, and we'll have a short parent program here. And when that's done, you are going to be escorted to the Russell Sage Dining Hall, which is just a building away, and you'll do some hands-on activities the same way your children are doing hands-on activities, okay? And you'll meet graduate students who have done research in smart lighting. And then everybody will come back to this room. So when you come back, I want the parents to find your children and sit with your children when you come back, okay? And then we're going to have a short closing, and then we're going to ask you to do an evaluation. Now the reason why I'm having the parents sit with their kids is because on one side of the evaluation form, it's for children, and on the reverse, the evaluation is for the parents. So we would like the parents to record the response of the children. Okay? All right. So I also want you to know your children are only going to be next door. They're not going all over this expansive campus. Okay? They're either going to be in the Johnson Engineering Center, or there are a few workshops just behind us in the Center for Industrial Innovation. But everybody is very in the same proximity. Okay? If you need your child for any reason, please go to the help desk. We know exactly where they are, and we can get to them very quickly. Okay? Are there any questions about any of this before we move on? Okay, great. So I'm going to turn you all over to Andy, and she's going to get us started. Oh, I'm sorry, Eliana's going next.
So Barbara introduced herself, but I'm Eliana Madasudakis. I'm the Engineering Event Director for the Society of Women's Engineering at RPI. And I'm handling this program from the SWE side. Leslie Liu is our Outreach Director. She's not in this room right now. She's coordinating volunteers outside. And this is Andy Merritt.
Hi, my name is Andy Merritt. Do any of you recognize me from last year? Maybe? Okay, I'll ask you again in a little while. I'm the Vice President for RPI SWE this year.
Okay, so what is RPI? RPI is where you are right now, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. The School of Engineering coordinates all the engineering programs and degrees at this school, and RPI SWE is the Society of Women's Engineers, our RPI chapter. We're a national professional organization, and we work to promote the participation of women in engineering. So we're going to go to Andy, and she's going to ask you a couple of questions that have to do with the rest of today. I hope you're all excited.
Okay, so can I get a raise of hands of how many people have been to Exploring Engineering Day before? Okay, and you don't know me? That's okay. Can you see me behind the podium? I'm a little short. I'll try and step out sometimes. Okay, so to get the day started, we're gonna see what you think an engineer is. And for those of you who have been here before, maybe you can help the people around you. So we want to ask you, what types of engineering have you heard of before? Where does an engineer work? Maybe what in your life do you think has been engineered? Or maybe anything in this room. So go ahead and raise your hand and say anything that you think engineering is. And then my lovely assistant, Eliana, will write down your answers. Okay, how about you right in the front? Say it loud.
Someone that fixes stuff.
Someone that fixes stuff, right? That's a good answer. Oh. I'll use this microphone so you all can hear me. How about you way up in the purple? Say it loud. Making a bridge. Very good, right? Civil engineers make bridges. Okay, you right here because I can hear you.
Making microchips.
Making chips, very good. Electrical engineers make those kind of things. Who else? How about you guys over here? What do you think an engineer is?
That drives a train.
Drives a train. That's a good one. They make trains too, right? They operate them, make them. How about you?
An architect.
Architect, good. They work very closely with civil engineers to make buildings and other structures. Go ahead, right here.
A person who works in a power plant.
At a power plant, very good. They make electricity and run the other systems around the plant. Okay, I'm gonna run up here too. What do you think an engineer is?
They make cars.
They make cars, right? Automobiles, mechanical engineers put those things together. And how about one more? How about you right here, because I can get to.
A computer engineer.
Computer engineers, right? They make computers. Who plays with computers at home?